Randy, can you hold these? Something ain't right here.
There you go.
All right, well, it's still gonna take delay on it, don't it? 'Cause I'm moving around, man. I'm already back over here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Jeff Turner Live. We've got this tape monitor delay thing going on right here, so I don't know where we're at in the whole loop. But listen to this song. This is what me and Brother John's been working on. Can you turn it up, John? I don't hear it much.
What's up?
It's hard to be a
And I'm over
leader.
here in
There's
right
no
channel.
one left to follow when you leave. Each one's got their own way now. That's just how good looks say. And how can they run our country when their own damn house is heading straight for hell? It's hard to be a leader when there ain't nobody left. It seems we've got a ways to go, but everyone just seems to stand around. Everyone should shout it out, but no one even seems to make a sound. Life ain't much without the touch of both feet planted firmly on the ground. It's hard to be a leader when there's no one left around.
It's March what, 26th? I think it's March the 26th today, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Jeff Turner Variety Show. This is a little song me and Jonathan working on. Our leadership song is co-writing. He's over here out of the picture, and we've got the Barefoot Drummer with us today, and another fellow named Mark. I think they're in band together. They're buddies. They believe anyway. They're musicians. We got a lot in store for you here for the next hour. Hang with us. Glad to see you again. Watching on the worldwide internet, thanks for tuning in. Give us a call here, Jeff Turner Live. We don't mind being interrupted on today's video. Always check with the Barefoot Drummer first. That's what they tell me. So, 828-216-6922. And I believe today's 26th. Is it March 26th? Something like that. Anyway, if you think we're live, you can give us a
And
call.
I still love our country.
We want some feedback. If you ain't dead, call us. If you are callers, that'll be even better feedback. 828-216-6922.
We must pick up the pieces and
Something's buzzing
rebuild it
somewhere.
all, starting
Phone.
from the ground.
Something in the coat, maybe.
We've got to work together. It's the only way to bring her back around. It's hard to be a leader when there's no one left in town.
Thanks for calling Jeff Turner Live.
Yes, it's hard to be.
You want to speak with the Barefoot Drummer? Hang on, let this song get over here just a second. Are you hearing the music through your TV good? Are you watching?
No, we have.
Okay, yeah, there's some kind of time delay. But anyway, here's the Barefoot Drummer. I'll put it on loudspeaker. Okay, John, we're in with it here. Let me, Okay, you're on the air with the Barefoot Drummer. Go ahead.
Well, I was hoping to hear some drumming today from the Barefoot Drummer on your show.
John, what do you got turned up?
No, it's the headphones.
I know, where they turned up at? Where are they turned up here?
He'll get it dialed in.
Your headphones, I don't know. No, it should be fine out there on your head. Should be fine. Yep.
So he's still talking to you. We're having some
Yeah.
technical difficulties, which is nothing new on this show. Did you hear him?
Barely.
Go ahead, sir. You still there?
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I was hoping to hear some drumming from the Barefoot Drummer today on your show.
Hoping,
Let's see that.
hoping to hear some drumming on the show today.
Bass playing,
That'll,
perhaps
that'll be in the future.
together.
Well, actually, I think he's already made arrangements to be in Studio A over here, so you got something to look forward to in the next couple of months, right?
Yep.
Well, thanks for calling. We're going to get in and introduce them to the rest of the world. You already know who they are, so we're going to be fair about this thing, and he'll talk to you later. He knows who you are, right? Thanks for calling Jeff Turner Live.
That's my daddy.
Okay, all right, okay. All right, that's your son then.
Hey there. Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to my mom, first of all, the good Lord, Father of all, and my dad, my family, my boy. He just got his GEDs.
Yeah, I was
I'm
bragging
proud
on
of
him the other week on here.
And especially my new band here. This is Mark Smith. He's the baddest bass player I've ever heard, and we're just throwing down some new
There you
stuff.
go. That's cool. That's kind words, man.
Getting
That's
ready
good
to,
stuff on TV,
Come
man.
out and kick some butt.
All right, we're gonna hang up and do the show. We'll talk to you. You can call back again in a few minutes if you got a request or something. They're gonna be just telling us what's going on, and he's gonna play a little bass. We're gonna try to hook up on the tune here before
Thank
too
you.
long. And thanks for joining, and thanks for watching Jeff Turner Live here on Charter Channel 20 in Asheville and Buncombe, and worldwide internet under Western North Carolina Community Media Center (URTV). Thank you. All right, there's the family. How much you had to pay him to call in?
Oh my God.
Did he? I always have to pay my man. Y'all got them things killing me over here.
Gosh.
On this.
It's just the headphones.
I know, but before they turn it up.
Allowance.
Oh, right there. Check. That might be a little better. Now, what I did
I
for
like the
background, I
ghost
brought
of
my battle scene I did from last year, the Battle of Asheville. So that's the background. It's going to be just kind of crazy stuff flipping up and flopping off. So,
Well, that's kind of unusual because the name of our newest album that's going to be coming out will be called Battle Worn.
Okay, is that a copy of it, or is that?
That's the new CD. All the
This
all
is
the tunes on there from
that's
Battle Worn.
the first
yeah.
one.
That's we're working on another project now.
Now, these all originals, or
Oh,
Yeah, it's all original.
all y'all own them?
It's very intricate music, very different. It's kind
Is old Fred still alive?
Yeah.
Is he? Ain't Fred Rumsfeld. I thought he was singing with the angels already. Hey, Fred, if you're down there in Marion watching us some weird way or whatever, yeah, I recorded something with him years ago back in the early 80s, you know, and around that time Maggie Lar did an interview with me.
I guess about everybody.
I
recorded.
thought he was dead. Hey, Fred, if you remember my mother, she's at Mission Hospital, room 431. She's having some issues. If you see this program during the week, might give her a call, see how she's doing. Anybody that knows my mother, Mrs. Frances Buckner, she was put into the Mission Hospital Friday evening sometime. afternoon. Thought it was a stroke to begin with, but apparently it may be a tumor. We're not sure yet. I think they've scheduled mother for a brain biopsy sometime in the morning. So hopefully we'll know more about it by tomorrow evening. I'm sure she's going to be fine from that procedure. But for the long term, if y'all could keep her, my mother, in your prayers, I'd sure appreciate it. And her name's Miss Frances Buckner, for those of you that pray.
Yeah, everybody pray for her.
You may have seen her around because she's a local gospel singer, songwriter, entertainer, and she's performed everywhere locally. She plays for any and everybody, so I'm sure many of you have seen her, and I've asked all the churches I could get in touch with to keep her in her prayer, so I thank you for doing that, and let's get on with the interview. Well, brother, it's been years, and we see each other every once in a while out towards Fairview and
We
everything.
used to go to school together, man. We grew up together, and we never got to hang out much together.
Well, no, it's kind of two different paths there, but it's ended up leading here 50-something years later.
telling you.
So, I mean, here we are. We're a whole lot better looking now than we was when we was 12.
We're getting older, we're getting better.
Now, I forgot to tell you, but when you wear blue, it
I look
blends
like
into
a ghost.
it blends into the blue screen background. Plus, you're behind there. Can y'all kind of uncondense and get back up in front of the black line a little bit, Randy? You're good. We can move the camera out, but he needs to be in front of that black line.
Right here.
That kind of fizzles some of the background, but
There you
that
go.
blue shirt just.
Well, I have a purple one on and under it.
You're a member of the Talking Head Club today, so that's the way it works sometime in TV land. But so Randy, now y'all just got this band back started, or you just started this, Mark, or what?
Actually, I was playing with some boys in Hendersonville, and things didn't quite work out. And by a good fortune, Mark gave me a call. He'd got my number, and we hooked up a little after the first of the year. So we've been working on a few songs. We have, several almost down, but not quite as good as we'd like. But
Right.
it's coming along really good, and I'm really happy with it. And we all feel good together, and the music's good, and it makes you feel good, and just want to enjoy the music, and that's what it's all about. And we play to entertain people and entertain ourselves also. So.
Yeah. Well, Mark, what's your
Well,
pull on that same thing?
We've been with the band, Kriegsmarine, for the last, I guess, 11, 12 years. It started with just me and a drummer that I had I hired for a world recording.
Right.
Just two of us, drums and bass. Later on, my brother came in on it with the tenor sax, and that's where it started, just the three of us. And like I said, I got that recorded. It was just originally a 6-song demo, and it was sort of crudely mixed, but I was all excited, and first thing I started doing was hit radio stations and see if I could get any pickup out of it, and I had just started working on radio stations, and we didn't have a drummer there for a while because I couldn't use them all the time, so I couldn't jump on gigs real quick. So we started mostly just messing with radio stations, and did pretty good. It surprised me, even with the quality of the CD, which was one of the best, but it seemed to I would get a couple here, a couple there. And then later on, we got our first drummer was worked with us, and then we started working on gigs and radio stations, and it's been, we just kept on going, get quite a few gigs. Sometimes you get some quite a bit, sometimes not, but we've been going pretty steady for now 12 years.
I really appreciate y'all coming up here. I've been trying to get him up here for over a year or so, and he's been trying to work all these different bands and deal with the son, family life, and all this other stuff. And the good thing is that you've made arrangements to be in Studio 8. Now, besides the sound quality is very good over there from bands I hear in there when it's done properly.
Yeah,
And
it's gonna be fun.
yeah, and plus you could come out of there with a working product.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you've done with that hour, you
That
do
would be
3 or 4 songs or whatever, and do an interview with the producer, and
Have a
you
good
got
meeting.
a working product there already.
Yeah.
Just just go reproduce them at the living room, and you got them in
definitely.
gigs already.
Yeah,
So
well, that's really great, and we'd like
this
to return
facility is
those.
so great, you know, just people just don't have no idea. There's bands out there paying 50, 60, 70, $100,000 for a good
Oh, man.
video, and they can come over here and
Yeah.
be a member in like about 30 seconds or 30 minutes, couple of classes, and they can be in there, and the more knowledge
Yeah, this
you
is
got.
a great place. Anybody that's got any kind of talent or anything, it is a variety show, so Jeff will.
Now
do
he
that.
watches he watches a lot of the
Yeah, I
shows on the
watch- I
station. I
actually
don't
tape
have to
'em.
pay him nothing.
I actually tape them on my DVR and watch them when I get a chance. But yeah, I've been keeping up with the show, and he's picked up and been doing really well since the beginning. He's come a long way, and I'm really proud of him.
I appreciate that, and of course, you know, I've had this CD for a while. You gave it to me years ago, and
Yeah, this
and I
is
ain't had another one. Of course, now I've used several tracks on the show in the last few years anyway.
Now,
You and
this
Jeff
is a
Johnson.
little unusual. Can you get a shot of this by any chance?
I can walk it over there.
Okay, there, on the back, I was going to show you how that, actually the whole album is a story.
Yeah, it's kind of
But
one of
it's-
them blue screen fade things, man. They can maybe see a little bit right there.
There you go.
Light off of it.
Well, it's just,
I cracked the case, but anyway, who's that with you there?
that's Jeremy Talley and Kim Talley. They're a husband and wife, a combo bass player, guitar player, singers. And then I done the drums.
Are
And
they still around?
yeah, they live in Atlanta
They
now.
are. Atlanta, hot
Yeah,
Atlanta.
like to give y'all a shout out.
Yeah, no, you had
I've been very fortunate in my life. I've been blessed with many great guitar players, and Jeremy was one of them, and not to mention Warren Haynes and several other people around. You know, that there's so many I can't get them all in, but I've been blessed with very great guitar players, and I'm very thankful for that. But on this album, it kind of tells a story. It starts out here. I'll show Jeff. The first song is The Beast.
right.
And the next song is Woman in Love. And all these, Standing in the Rain is 3, 4 is Lady Evil, Extract is number 5, and 6 is LA Nights, and Castle in the Grim is 7, and The Mudfish Blues is 8. Well, what's the fun is it all came out to be a story where the beast came for the woman in love, saw her standing in the rain, so he took her Lady Evil and extracted her LA Nights, put her in the Castle in the Grim. Now she's got the Mudfish Blues.
Did y'all get all that? I did, surprisingly enough. I'm just slow enough today that I caught every bit of what he's saying. Now, John will tell you that's unusual for me on the first go around. John's sitting over here in the corner smiling at us. He's working the soundboard and stuff this evening for that recording. We're going to play it a few more times here in a little bit, but we'll still continue our interview. If you just joined us, Jeff Turner Live, March 26, 2011, about 4:15, 4:30, somewhere like that on Saturday afternoon. If you're watching this live right now, give us a call, 828-216-6922. If you'd like to ask the Barefoot Drummer a question, or Mark, or me, or John, or if you just lost and want to talk to somebody, give us a call. And thanks for watching us online worldwide.
One more thing I'd like to say about this CD before we
Okay.
get through. We was really pressured to record this. We went down to Atlanta and had like 2 days to do it, and actually 3 days. And on the second day, they had brought some hors d'oeuvres over for us, and our singer, guitar player, got a hold of a chicken salad sandwich that had some kind of nuts he was allergic to in
Oh.
there, and it swelled his mouth up. We had to rush him to the hospital. But we finally got him fixed up good enough to get back to the studio and finish this. So this was a real rushed version of what we could have done.
And they almost had
Had more
tragedy in making it that day. Yeah,
but we
so-
got it done and got it out. And there's a couple of decent songs on here. It's not as great as I would have hoped for it to be, but it's actually better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, and like I say, I used it on 2 or 3 shows in a couple capacities, so I don't know if that'll get you any royalties or not. Just spending it a couple times on TV, but if it's all done proper, they may get something that I think we're set up to do royalty payments since
Sure.
we're internet and stuff. They do it once a year, but That's why I keep playing my old songs into the ground over here, 'cause I got you
Yeah.
know, several volumes, and I just keep trying to do the same ones, and sooner or later I'm gonna get a royalty check. Or they're gonna just have to do it 'cause they feel sorry for me or something. But
No, man, you deserve it. You're a great musician.
well, now, are
man.
y'all online? If the folks want to go and see or learn more about you, do you
Oh,
have
yeah.
a website,
Oh,
or
yeah,
can they hear some of these
it's,
songs on there, or
Oh, yeah,
whatever?
definitely. You go to MySpace, and then you go to CD Baby too. And they're both on there. You got audio on both of them.
It's
Or you can pull them up, but can they
Yeah.
look you up on Google for what's the
Oh, yeah,
address on
you can just,
Google? Or if they use Google, you know.
actually,
or
you can just,
internet search them, you'd search for what?
Krieg's Marine, / Jazz Fusion. It will take you right to both of them sites.
Krieg's
Yeah,
Marine.
Krieg's Marine, yeah.
You might want to write this down,
Yeah.
folks, if y'all are watching, you know, and I'll be saying it again here in a minute. And it's capital KRIEGSMARINE. Krieg's Marine. And you're on MySpace?
Yeah, MySpace and CD.
Oh, so
and
that's
CD
cool.
Baby.
So, you know, you can hear some of this music, you know, besides what we're doing here. We're doing a basic interview. I've been, like I said, I've been begging the barefoot drummer over here. It's hard to get musicians tied down for an hour anywhere. You know, it just really is, because we're so busy. We're creative people. And that's what folks don't really realize. Is
well, I've had a lot going on with my health. Thank God everything's looking good now, and I'm all good to go. And
well, you look better now than you did there a few years ago when I seen you before. Now, you had a procedure similar to what David Letterman had, right? Maybe before Letterman, you had open heart surgery or something?
no, I had a diverticulitis, and I've had maybe 10 major surgeries on my stomach and stuff, and they had to go back and refix it and do all this, but
Sounds like the devil and the good Lord's been having a battle right in the middle of you.
Really?
That's what it
We
sounds like to me. Looks like he's winning over here with the good Lord.
we actually have a song with the new band here. It's called The Tempest Within, so yeah, I've been battle worn, that's for sure.
Now, is that one on here?
Yeah, no, that was a new project.
This
This
is-
is
this was the
on the
first
new one you're
CD.
working on, Mark?
You have the other CD with you too? The one I gave you at the
Yeah,
house?
sure got it, right here.
Anyway, when Mark came in a while ago, you know, he said, well, he's a bass man, you know, and I'm okay, well, that's cool.
Now
You
this-
know, I like to play the bass and stuff. He opened up his case, he's got more strings on that bass than my mama's piano's got. And that's what is it, 6, isn't it?
Yeah, 6 string.
So he's gonna play a little bit for us real low here in a little bit. So y'all stay tuned for that. We're gonna try to pull off a cover tune together here playing. I never even seen one of them except in a magazine somewhere, you know.
Man, he's awesome on this thing. I mean, he's just amazing. You just have to see it yourself. But they have a few CDs out, and this is a newer one. And this is the one I've actually been working on some of the songs with.
Yeah, he's studying this.
So
It's not quite finished, but we're.
if you want to play one off of this, one off of that, or whatever you want to do it. And
Let me see what this thing will do here. This is something you've both been working on just recently?
yeah, play this song, I guess number 3, Firebranded.
Is this that?
Yeah.
Is this that?
No, that's
No,
that's the new.
we got the
something
song
different,
list here.
right?
No, that. Yeah, number 3.
Yeah, Firebrand, number 3, or number 5, either one. They're both good songs. And this is very different music, and
Well, these were set up, Randy, to run. What's this DVD? I thought we had a CD player on here. I don't want to mess nothing up and kill the. This may override that, Randy. I didn't think about that. He's got this plugged into the channel for the CD, and it may or may not. Yours won't play CD, will it?
No,
Not through that rig.
no. A couple of those faders are down too on that.
Give it a whirl.
I'm trying to see what we come up with.
It may work. We'll see here. Let me see what they got going.
Yeah, what we're doing now, I'd like to give a shout out to his other brothers, Roger and Paul. There's some great musicians also. His brother plays keyboard and sax, and then this other brother plays trumpet and sound effects, and you know whatever he can do, and they just all fit together. They're brothers, and they're naturally talented, and they grew up together. And actually, I think one of you was born in Germany.
No, it was born in, it was all born in Brooklyn, New York, and
Oh,
I was
okay.
born here in Asheville.
We've been so busy doing the music, we've not actually had a whole lot of time to get really acquainted well.
I can't make it happen, fellas. This thing's a DVD recorder, and it did not go to playing for the CD portion. I've never played CDs on here. I normally drop them into my computer at the house.
I thought that's what you done with our.
No, I dropped it in the computer at the house
Oh, I
and then
didn't
cut
know
it
that.
off for background onto the DVD that way. I mean, it's just all kinds of tricks you can do with this place, but some tricks I can't make it read a CD.
Well, I'm not playing drums on those CDs, but I'd love for y'all to hear them and get an idea. But
Well, we will. I'll be sure to run them into my computer, and in the meantime, let me see where we at here. 426. Where did John go? Anyway, if you're sitting there watching at the house and you ain't doing nothing, give us a call. Tell us what's happening. 828-216. This is our guest, Mark, and the barefoot drummer here, Randy Schultz. Some of you know him for years there. Played about every club that ever was in Asheville for the last 34
played every nook
years.
and cranny in this place.
And that's always fun, you know, around here. They never paid much, but you sure got plenty of time on the stage, you know. And we experimenting around a little bit today. This is the last show of the season. This is the grand finale, so it's appropriate that you hear a big famous drum roll at the end of the season here, you know. But now, for real, you've done talked to the Glow Lady, I believe, and maybe got a tentative date for being in Studio A to play a gig over there. So
Yeah, we're supposed to do a date. What is it? May 27th, I think.
did you see her show
on a
yesterday?
No, I just caught a little piece of it. I was telling her I want to watch her shows.
She had one of the female entertainers from downtown. She does some basking down there every once in a while or every week or something. But anyway, you may know her, Virginia Waits.
Sounds familiar.
Picking acoustic, writing kind of, I don't know, folky kind of songs. But anyway, she was on
I
there
think
yesterday
I've seen her, yeah.
on the Glow Lady show. And hello to the I Ching family. They watch us, they see us through the
Right.
different week. We're always telling each other hello. But it's a close-knit community up here, and the folks is all fine. It's good fun up here. It's clean, you know, nobody gets in no hot water. And the facility is just the greatest thing going. I mean, 'cause you can get up here in that editing room and do all kinds of good tricks through your music, your backgrounds. You can make free DVDs and such.
Sounds fun. I've been wanting to get up here and see what it's all about and everything.
Well, I mean, you know, I've got this show here. I didn't come up here with the intent of doing a live show ever, but as it turned out, that's what I do, you know. But this facility's here for you, and I mean, everybody over here. You know, they're calling it the Western North Carolina Community Media Center, so it's like no holds barred, basically. You
Well,
know,
now that
pay your
applies
membership.
two ways. If you need us to do anything at all for you, just let us know, and we'd be happy to.
Well, some of them tries to get some special events and stuff planned around here, and every once in a while you might see them listed on the calendar of events that they do at the top of the hour sometimes. And that was my old mock war battle. I was having to battle Asheville in here, and I was stuck in a bunker 150 feet underneath the station here, which was all done in this room, you know, just
I
camera
liked your
theatrics.
space thing. That was pretty cool, man.
I want to say hello to Bud and Ruth. They're out there towards Barnesville watching. They may be watching today. They always catch us once a week or something.
Yeah, you've
They're
got a
good
lot of
folks.
viewers. I know that's right.
I want to say hello to all the prophets and all the folks and good friends over in Beaver Dam, Candler, Swannanoa, Black Mountain. Where else would I leave out? Leicester, the far reaches of Sandy Mush. I mean, I actually get calls in from Houston, Texas. We get calls in from Colorado. I mean, we do really get John, the first time he came on and played with his little bantar, his ovation with the special keys, he got a call from Germany. So folks is watching. Hey, just 'cause you don't hear them ringing bells and such don't mean they ain't. I get a lot of calls during the week on the replays. It'll be 2 o'clock in the morning. Somebody call, hey man, how you doing? Oh yeah. I'll just talk to them 20 or 30 minutes. I've met about 40 new friends that way this last season alone. And
I am the head.
hello to Fran and Helen and all the ladies that call me every once in a while. Miss Gloria down there at the Asheville Terrace and all those fine folks. And I mean, it's just, this is one of these different days. We got a little stuff going on here. But I think we're going to take a break. I'm not sure where Brother John went. I was going to play that song again for a minute and
Yeah, that's sounding good.
maybe get out and get a cup of water and then let Mark get his rig going here and we'll play a song real quick if you don't mind when we come back off of that. If I can find out where Brother John went, he's probably out there smoking down on the Pall Mall
Can
or
you
something.
pull one of those? Would it be too hard to pull one of those? for
See
me?
my electroshock therapy
There
gadget.
you go.
That's really what it is. They give it to me at the VA for all these muscles that they cut up and they knot up on me, so I just
I was having-
turn the old juice
I was
on.
spasms this morning.
I'm immune to tasers at this point, you know. I turn that thing on full blast right there and it just dancing around the house.
He'll be jamming, man.
It's electric rock for sure when I do that. No, I don't use it wrong, but it's good for fun TV.
Do you have any of that formerly normal you could play a song off of it? I'd like to let him hear one if he's never heard any of it.
I left out the house. I've got it. You can have it back if you need it back to use.
No, I've
to
got
forever.
several at home. I thought you might have one here we could listen to.
I don't have it on that. I've got 125 hours of TV at home, and I've got to find the particular ones. Your name's wrote on the ones where I've used them in
Well, that's
here.
all right. You can play some on your future show or something.
Well, we will. I hardly ever use that little CD player, and I've brought it in here maybe once in 3 years. So, I mean, it's kind of, we're just slamming the show together for you today. If you don't like it, turn the channel. No, don't you dare. So, Mark, after you, the 6 strings over here. Show you a new way to play it.
If you turn the channel, the head
He
will
might
come
not
in
like
at
me
you.
volunteering him for mayhem.
Oh, man, he's ready to go. This dude here is
Now-
awesome. I mean,
Now you've got a in Craig's Marine. Is that I'm saying that right?
Kriegsmarine.
Krieg's Marine.
Craig's Marine. They've got them a bumper sticker, and you've got some cards out. So y'all are a working band, right?
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, you.
yeah, they've been together for a while, man. They've got several CDs out.
About 12 years since we've been.
Now this one says a different name than this. This says
No, it's the same thing.
It's-
Craig's Marine 07. What's that?
Well, that's to get on the MySpace site. So you
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that's the
so-
website there.
Craig's Marine 07 for the MySpace deal. If you happen to be pulling them up to listen to them on there, so they can hear some of it. Is this on that
Oh,
side
yeah,
already?
definitely. That's on. And then CD Baby.
I can't play it for you here on the show right now, but this is on his website here. This Battle Worn. That's the CD. That's your newest release,
Yeah, that's the.
and I can't wait to hear it. I just ain't got the capability to play it right now. Shame on me.
Yeah.
But now I'm starting a new season. We didn't even take a week off this week, so the new season starts exactly next week. So
Oh.
I will try to bring something, and I'll just play some of your music again there. If you stop by next week, if you're in the neighborhood, it'd be fine. Walk on in here, spend 15 or 20 more minutes with me.
Can you
We'll
leave
talk
that
over it.
Battle One with him?
Yeah,
Okay, we leave this one with you, and
And I'll give it back to you if you need it back. I
No,
can dump
no,
it into
no,
the computer in my computer storage at the house. And
Well,
it records all the songs.
I've not
and-
started working on this. This is the first CD. I've actually started working with them on the third CD. So,
So now I want to say that Randy, he's been working with us for a fairly short time, but he's really picked up. He's picked up quick, and and especially Roger stuff. He's really, he impresses me. I like the style of his drumming. It's crisp. It's more precise. It's real tight.
Well, he's got the
and
years
quick.
experience
Yeah,
behind
yeah,
it
he's-
too. He just didn't
So,
start
I think he's-
yesterday, and he can
Yeah,
pick up them beats a whole lot better. And you know yourself, if you've
Yeah.
worked any time with electronic drummer,
Yeah.
they just kind of crappy. They never get the
Yeah.
song right. If it's a building tempo, they never get it right.
And most bands they have trouble with other band members, but see with us it's just a three-piece. Well, we've had it's just me and my brother on the tenor sax. We've had such a hard time with drummers, trying to find just a half decent.
Yeah.
We've had a fit with it.
Yeah, we seem
And,
to fit together pretty
It's
good.
hard enough finding one above
Yeah.
ground that's still alive, you know, a good drummer. But
It's just,
then, I mean, well, a lot of people's went to little metronomes and these
Yeah,
electronic
yeah,
drummers,
yeah.
you know, and they just
Yeah.
don't get to feel the song from me. They just,
And with our kind of music, you know, it
It's about
requires
dynamics,
Yes, yeah,
mostly.
a lot of dynamic. Requires a lot of a drummer. He's one of the main things, and I was really impressed with how quick he's learning, picking up on our set list. And you know, he brings a whole new different style to our type of music, more of a precise style, I would call it.
Yeah, I like to
more
get
of a-
everything good and tight and keep it that
Yeah.
way so everybody can enjoy it.
Yeah. You know, you gotta, with the drummer, you have to have just a really steady, somebody's really solid and steady, and he really seems to be fitting the bill good on that. Yeah.
well, folks, we're
Well, I
gonna be
appreciate
right
that.
back after this short little break here. I'm really getting dry on water, and I gotta be able. So we're gonna take a quick non-commercial break.
And I'm gonna get out of the way, let them jam for you.
Well, Mark's gonna get his guitar thing going there, and in the meantime, I'm gonna quit playing with buttons while I'm ahead. So, I'm gonna turn the volumes down on the mics for a minute. I do have the. They're still fighting, ladies and gentlemen, just outside the door. It's the worst fighting I've heard in years. If you're just tuning in, this is Jeff Turner reporting live from the bunker near URTV Studios, where we're here trying to defend free speech, ladies and gentlemen. Free speech. And the last gallon of pure sweet drinking water. I've got it about half gone already. The battle's been raging for 3 days now, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how much longer I can hold out. I finished what chocolate bars I had in the MRE and the little fudge things. They're all gone. I don't know how long I'll last in here. It's just getting really bad. This is one of my friends in the Air Force. Maybe he's got us an update. Hello? Hello? The hillbilly militia. Yeah, we could sure need some help getting out there. I've got the world's last treasures in here. If you can get me out, I'll share this drinking water with you. Call number BR 548 549 548 549. No. We can't say that. We can't say that. All's not lost yet. Call me back in 10 minutes and let me know what's happening in Beaver Dam. Turn her out. The smoke's getting to me, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting thick in here. I can't hardly breathe. I think someone set off a tear gas canister. I'm not really sure. Shake it off. Folks, I'm not used to this kind of stuff. You know, many of you know I was in the Navy. I'm not used to this. I was a flyboy. I admit it, I worked on jets, folks. My jets, they're the ones that dropped the DVD back then. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you still with us? We're gonna try to do a electric acoustic version of Knocking on Heaven's Door. Me and Mark are. It's the first chance we've got to play together. I'm gonna have fun whatever we do, ain't we? We run our other two guests out in the highway. It's just enough room for a couple of guitars in here. And look, I'm telling you, look at that thing, man. It's got more strings on it than the LA highway does. Hope y'all like our version of this. Mama, take this badge from me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. It feels like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, 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 knocking on heaven's door. Mama put my guns to ground. I can't shoot them anymore. That long dark cloud was coming down. It feels like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. We gotta be knocking on heaven's door. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in to the Jeff Turner Live Show today. If you just joined us, this is one of my guests. I've got two more standing around here somewhere in the studio. Our cousin Brother John coming through. We've been working on a song this week. And we're going to let Brother John play that one again real quick while we're getting back in. Maybe Randy can get in situated. We're going to have to limit it today because we're fixing to fire up at Studio A on the bass. And as low as he's playing it, and it sounds beautiful in here, it's still probably going to interfere with the other big studio over there. So that's a little bit of what you can hear on my show. And like I say, you can say that name again. I'm bad on names.
Yeah, it's Kriegsmarine is the name of the band.
Kriegsmarine.
Kriegsmarine, you can check it out, run a search. It's on MySpace, on CD Baby.
Yeah.
It's just run a search for Kriegsmarine Jazz Fusion or Kriegsmarine Jazz.
And they can hear the songs on on Battle
song,
Worn.
Yeah.
Battle Worn, Top Hat, Reclusion, The Long Dark Night, Kick Around, Rock Swing, Overload, Funky, Rundown, Hogbone. That doesn't sound good already. Put it in my beans, man. Sub Blues and some fat back. That's every bit that's good for the beans. Ain't it? A little sawdust in there to just thicken up your belly, you know. No, don't try that at home, kids. Now, you know I'm just goofing, but check them out on MySpace. You know, good music. You know, I guarantee if you like. Now, would you classify it as hard rock, head banging rock, just metal?
It's so we were three-piece, and it was just bass, drums, and tenor sax. So, and I've always been a big fan of Black Sabbath, old metal, Ozzy,
Yeah.
things like that. So that's my style. But when you add the tenor sax to it, and there's no guitars, then what do you call it? And so we sort of call it jazz fusion. It's like jazz
fusion,
mixed with
funk,
rock, or
metal.
even jazz mixed with metal.
Now, is some of that Barefoot Drummer? Is this any gospel
Yeah,
angle
actually,
to any of them? Or I mean, I know you're a religious man, and I guess Mark, you've probably.
Oh,
been
yeah.
Actually, if you look on our CD here, the credits is, first thing it says is,
Yeah,
we'd like to give a shout out
we
to our
definitely give thanks to
Lord Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
you know, for the new album.
Right there on the
But
album,
it's all
first thing you see, ladies and gentlemen. And now you did that with our good friend Fred Rumsfeld. Was
Yeah,
Fred
yeah,
actually in the
so,
control room when his
Oh,
boys
yeah,
were
he was-
working?
Well, that was before I was with them.
The Country Road Studio down there at Marion.
Marion,
So
yeah.
let's
He's
go
still-
get by and
He-
say hello to Fred. If
He's
you're down
great.
that
I've
way.
never met him, but I'm hoping to.
Well, he
Yeah.
was real nice to me. You know, I mean, he didn't do nothing for free or nothing, obviously, you know. But I mean, he knew what he was doing, and it made my songs. I've got 5 of them done there.
He done a
One of
great
the
job
first
on
recordings
these
that I ever
CDs here.
did.
He's been down there forever.
Yeah. Fred's recorded with a lot of folks, and
Yeah.
you know Mike Clyde out here at Fairview.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah,
him.
Mike's really good. I played in a few bands with him over the years now. He's went into mostly gospel recording, from what I
Yeah.
understand. Now, if I'm wrong, you can call and correct me, Mike, but so he's very good at that. That's, I think,
Well,
I was
since you,
told that's all he was concentrating on was kind of
Yeah.
gospel songs
Yeah.
and stuff.
Since you
know.
couldn't play none of the CD, let him just throw you a few
Well,
shots.
we
there.
had just talked about it. We did that song. I'm gonna let him come back up here or something. We got Studio A cranking up with the green scene
Okay.
over here, so shy of it ringing out through the halls and disrupting somebody else. I've tried to stay within the rules, you know.
That's cool.
But one more
That
interesting thing
keeps us on.
about Fred is he's usually always doing gospel or country or this is the first time when we talked to him, he's ever messed with anything, really heavy like a progressive jazz. He wasn't, but he did. He set it up and we went over and he got everything just right. And I thought he did excellent.
Yeah,
For the first
he
time
always
doing
did excellent
anything
work.
like that. Yeah.
He's done excellent work over the years. I know many people that's did some recording with him down there over the years, and I've never heard a bad thing out of none of them, you know. And it was thankful because there wasn't many around at that time when I had mine recorded. There were several people around doing recording, but it wasn't necessarily with the right ear for music. And Fred seemed to have that ear for music, so I've always appreciated him. Me and old Glenn Cable went down there and did some country songs. Both of us did. And John, can you put us back on there with that thing for a minute?
Yeah, let's hear this song that Jeff has done, and all of it's done by him, every piece in it. What all you got in it now? Tell us more about it.
Well, now, John I had most of the song written, well, the first part of it for 10 or 12 years, and I was looking for somebody to help me co-write it. Can you turn it down? This rumbling. So he came over with some words one night, and they fitted perfect. And so we've been working on it to get it recorded. He came over the other day for 7 straight hours. We sit there and just had a good time and recorded one instrument at a time. We did 2 or 3 rhythm tracks, one of which, was kind of a test track, and then 2 or 3 leads. He's got we cheated. We got a machine drummer on there. I know he's gonna get me now. I'm in trouble. But it's pretty good though, actually. And here's what it sounds like. CD playing today, but
That's fine,
again,
brother.
folks, if you want to hear, what's the name of it?
Yeah, Kriegsbrand Band.
We're just glad to be here, be part of it.
Mighty, man. Oh, folks, did that one knock you off the porch back there, that last feedback? Well, anyway, I hope it didn't, but you're kind of, you're used to sedatives after my show. I mean, they're always grabbing strong drinks after my show goes off. They they Kool-Aided out, man. It's Kool-Aid, sweet tea, hot tea for those who still got a little anguish in them, I want to say hello to our good friend Steve McCandless up Black Mountain, Brett Parker out that way, all the good folks up that way. We love y'all, and good to see you again. And I would like to remind everybody, if you're just tuning in, my mother's in the hospital at Mission over here. It's March 26, 2011, and she's in room 431. If you know Frances Buckner, and even
Bless
if
her
you
heart.
don't, if you'd like to give her a prayer for her, she's having some medical issues, and many of you have known her around town for years. She sings lots of gospel in the churches and nursing homes, and they've played up and down the East Coast and stuff. So, and many of you know her, so keep Mama in your prayers for me, and I certainly appreciate that, and I know the family will, and good Lord's still in charge. That's all I know. So, and
He's got the plan for all of us.
now you see how fast time goes around here. This is our good friend Linda Lee. Thanks for calling, Jeff Turner Live. How are you today, sweetheart? What, you got some news? Yeller Dog, the band, is getting back together, and who's doing with who? Well, that's cool. Well, you tell them to get over here and get lined up and come back and see me again next season. It starts next week. Tell them old Brett and Dono to give me a call. It's good to hear them names. Did you say he was hurt in an accident?
What's that?
Did you say Dono had been hurt in an accident?
Yeah, he had a cable car accident with his fingers last August.
Hard to play guitar without any fingers.
Waiting for him to get better. He's better now.
Yeah, I saw him at the VA a few months back, but he was, you know how it is up there. We're running to the next doctor to try to get stuff done. Not much time to talk, but well, that's cool. Yeller Dog has some real good music too. You know Brett Parker from Black Mountain?
Yeah, I've heard about it. Yeah.
Him and his daddy's big time musicians. His daddy plays bluegrass, all kinds of beautiful country stuff. Well, how's Miss Linda Lee doing today?
I'm doing just fine, man. I'm trying to say, I'm just watching you on the droid.
Did you ever use them bus tickets to California yet?
I'm still in North Carolina.
She been going to California for a year and a half. Every time she gets ready to get on the bus, a rock song will start playing. She jumps back off. Well, listen, darling, I love you. You say a prayer for my mom if you don't mind, okay?
Keep jamming.
You say a prayer for my mom. She's
Good day, man. That music sounded real good.
that song.
Yes, I liked it.
Which one?
The last one.
Okay, the one that John played through the wire over here.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one me and John wrote together, and we recorded, what was it, last Tuesday night or something, about 7 straight hours, and I'm playing all the stuff on it, believe it or not, so if you get a headache, it's my fault. Just send me the bill for Tylenol, I guess, I don't know.
It's enjoyable.
Well, thanks, we're trying hard. We figured it'll be a good song right now since we're having so much leadership problems, that's a song kind of giving it back to them a little bit, but have you enjoyed our guest today, Barefoot Drummer and Mark?
Yes, that's what I was calling to let you know also.
Yeah, well, if you get a chance to pull them up, check them out on the web there, and give me a call later at the house if you don't mind.
Okay. When John gets home, I'll let him know. We'll check it out.
All right, tell your boyfriend don't beat me up. I love you. All right, darling. I'll tell you later, Linda. Bye-bye.
He's got more women. I just don't know what to think about it.
I got more women friends. Ain't none of them want to take me home and keep me. I don't know what that is. It's kind of like, once you open the Lay's tater chip bag and it sits around 3 or 4 days, you don't finish it all. You just get stale. I guess I just got stale a long time ago. nobody ever resealed me in the bag like he should have. So I've grown stale, John.
Well, I
John's
guess-
sitting over here smiling. He said a thing all day. Come on, give us a corner henchman. Come on, say something, man.
Like,
They're gonna think I'm lying to them. Come on, John, say something, man.
No, they've already heard me laughing.
All right,
on there.
you
It's
hear him
fine.
back there. He's here. We don't fib around here. We got a studio audience of one.
Before we get out of here, let's give a shout out to
Hey, you can shout anybody you want to, brother.
the good Lord first of all. our
Amen,
families,
Jesus
my
Christ.
kids, everybody's kids. We want to remind you,
Yeshua,
pray for Jeff's mom.
Yahusha, whatever you call the name of the Lord's Son, may He hear your prayers and may we all go to heaven. That's what I say.
Amen.
And I appreciate you coming by today, both
Sure.
of you.
And don't
Listen,
forget
next
to
time
check
you
us
get,
out May 27th.
you're gonna be in Studio A with Glow Lady Entertainment right on the 27th.
With Randy, yes.
As far as we know that. Now you can go. You know, if you're up here on a Saturday, you can swing back by any old time. You know, knock on the door and come in and chat 5 minutes or whatever. I'll try to bring. You gonna leave that with me, right? Did you need to take this one and get a copy of it at the house? Or you say you got some at home?
Yeah, that's the one
Okay.
that you had, right?
This
Yeah,
is
you had.
formerly normal. Still got some great rock music on that with barefoot drummer Mr. Randy Schultz. And then this is the new album with Battle Worn is the name of this album, and you can find them up on what's the name again?
It's on
Krieg's Marine
on
at MySpace, or you can just
CD
pull them up in a general search on the web. And we gotta watch what we do here, and all that. But I'm sure when you listen to it, you're gonna love it, because I know